Hey everyone, this is Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV MC giving you a closer look at the top rack from Tusk for the TW200. So I'm sure a lot of you out there, you know all about the TW200 and how awesome these bikes are. And if you own one, you know as well as I do just how much fun they are to ride. They have a lot of great uses. I see them used as a light dual sport adventure bike, for trail riding, for commuting around town. I even bought mine with the purpose of going hunting and using it as a trail bike. Now that being said, with all the different uses that they have, one thing that these bikes do lack is a rack. So if you want to carry any of your luggage or your gear with you, you need to have a rack to do so. So that is where this top rack from Tusk comes in handy. Now right off the bat, when you look at this thing, a couple of the features that for me stand out the most is one, just how big it is. So you can be able to carry your larger bags, your duffel bags on here, and also how much weight that this rack can support. So the way this is constructed, it's made from 1/8 inch powder coated laser cut steel, so super strong. If you look at the rack itself, it's very large. Again, you can carry your larger bags, your gear items. You have a lot of cutouts, which is nice. That way you have a lot of different options when it comes to securing and tying down your gear. And now also going along with that, how much weight this can support. They did a really good job when it comes to the mounting to make sure that it can carry those larger loads. So if you look here in the front, you've got 3/4 inch steel tubing that actually comes down and it mounts to the passenger foot peg brackets. Now on the right side, you've got 2 bolts that it captures. On the left side, there's only 1 bolt that it captures. So what they actually did is they included a tab on that left side tube that actually rests on top of that passenger foot peg bracket. That's gonna help distribute that weight. And then if you look at the back here, so if you do have a lot of the weight more on the edge or the back of the rack, they actually have these gussets underneath. They're gonna help support the weight towards the rear of the rack as well. So they did a really good job when it comes to the mounting. With how big this thing is, it also does a great job of staying out of the way. So if you're on the bike, you're standing up working hard, it's not gonna interfere with you. Now, last thing I wanna talk about before we get to mounting with this is if you look at the back here, you can tell they really thought this through. So they wanted to make sure that the back of the rack comes out far enough so that if you do have a larger bag or maybe a duffel bag or something hanging off the rear, that it's not going to potentially hit and break your taillight. So they really thought this through, made sure that they covered all their ends. Now the one thing you do need to know with mounting is that you do have to drill 2 small holes in the fender here. That's going to be for the bracket that comes included. But once you got those holes drilled, it's going to be really simple. It shouldn't take you very long. And there it is. That is the top rack from Tusk for the TW200. So if you own one of these bikes, you're looking for a way to transport a lot of gear, support a lot of weight, this is the route to take. If you guys have any questions, leave your comments below. We'll get those answered. If you want to see some other great accessories for the T-Dub, I actually have a top 5 where I talk about my favorite accessories for this bike. We even have an overview where I go through, I talk about the engine specs, really what this bike is capable of, to help give an idea if this is a bike that you would want to pick up. To pick up your top rack, just click on the link at the end of this video. Remember, orders over $75 ship free. If you like this product spotlight, well, do not hesitate, get subscribed, and that's going to keep you up to date. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.